welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina, and I'm here at Extreme Startups DemoDay in Toronto. But I bumped into one of my favorite Montrealers, Dominic Bélanger from the BDC. How's it going, Dominic?
Very well, thank you, Kristina, and you?
I'm fine, thanks. So how do you like the day so far?
Beautiful. It's sort of the apogee of this program, where we conclude this program, but it's really the start for them, right?
What did you like best about the startups that we're pitching today?
Oh, it's the level of energy, the how refined the pitches were. I mean, all 5 of them look really good on stage, don't you think?
I think they're fantastic. Now, Sunil and team have done a wonderful job pulling it all together. They've got sponsors like yourself at the BDC. You're investing, what, $4.5 million in convertibles? Tell us more about it. It's
$4.5 million of convertible notes going over the next 3 years to the graduates of the programs who are venture ready at the end of the program. They go in the form of $150,000 that are as a loan that's convertible into the next equity round.
And what could we do better to make this whole ecosystem even more? I mean, we've got people like you who's infusing a lot of energy and investments. What more can we do?
Well, we're actually working really hard at doing what we're doing. And I think it's doing its bit. And then it's getting more and more people involved, more mentors, more proven entrepreneurs, and more younger people starting businesses.
Do you see that there's more and more incubators and accelerators being grown these days?
I believe they are. It's sort of a trend. There seems to be more people interested in doing that, and this is great. Any type of support that an entrepreneur can get to start his business is just it's just a bonus.
So we're really lucky because you're a serial entrepreneur who went on the other side right now, and I'm sure you would have loved this kind of idea. Is there more and more of this kind of initiative coming up?
Yeah, there are more and more. There's a few accelerators sort of hatching across the country. At BDC, we've support 4 of them: Grow Lab in Vancouver, Hyperdrive in Kitchener, Extreme Startups here in Toronto, obviously, and Founder Fuel in Montreal. But the more, the better, right?
Right. Well, it's been really exciting catching up with you, Dominic. And hey, go enjoy the rest of the afternoon, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, Kristina.
Thanks, Dominic. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina, and I'm here with Theresa, Sean, and Ivan. They're co-founders of MyCal. Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So tell us about your company, MyCal.
Well, we just participated in the LeanStartupMachine weekend in Toronto.
You're the winner, so congratulations.
Thank you. It was amazing. I had this idea for a calendar, and we all came together and really saw that there was a need and a demand in the entrepreneur market for our product.
Now, is this your first startup?
No, this is not my first startup, but I'm excited to learn about how to start a company in the tech space and the app space.
And how did you bring the team together?
I went up, I wasn't going to pitch my idea actually, I was actually scared. And somebody told me that when you have fear, you should follow that fear. And because he told me that, I went up and I pitched the idea, and then what happens is everybody pitches their idea, the top 10 gets selected, and then you spend the whole weekend competing to come up with the most innovative product that really applies the lean methodologies.
What was the best thing you learned through this experience?
The best thing I learned, top 3 lessons, I would say is, they have a term called TT, it's basically talk to your effing customers to find out what they want. And the other thing is really this idea of when you have a vision to create a team based on everybody's strengths, but their personalities might not always get along, but you really, if you remain kind of like the eye of the storm, a lot can get accomplished. And I think the last thing, what would be another key learning that you learned this weekend?
Wow, key learning. Being condensed into 2 days, group work itself is extremely tough and everything gets heightened, but thank God we were able to come together and really just pull off a win, which was great.
Is there any competition for your kind of business?
Is there competition? Yes, there's definitely. There wasn't, when we did some market research, what did we find in terms of competition?
In terms of competition is that people wanted just one source. They wanted one source of information, and they were frustrated with too many options.
So what's next up on the horizon for MyCal?
What's next? Well, we had our first meeting, and
milestones are going to be set. MyCal will have some sort of initial product offering in the next 30 days out on the market, probably just for the city of Toronto, and then we'll start expanding out from there.
Excellent. Well, we wish you a lot of luck. This is exciting, and it sounds like such a great product. So hope to keep up with you and see what's going on next. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Kristina, and I'm here with Todd Charron, one of the mentors of LeanStartupMachine. Hi, Todd. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So what is it like? Last time you were one of the businesses, and this time you're on the other side of the table as a mentor.
Well, as a mentor, it's a lot less intense. I mean, LeanStartupMachine is a really intense event. Teams get really crunched together, and there's a lot of pressure to get something done. As a mentor, it's kind of interesting because you get to kind of wander around between teams and kind of just pick up bits and things of what's happening. But it's also interesting because you see some of the same patterns and things that you saw the last time come back again in teams, and so you kind of have that experience to share with people to say, yeah, well, we saw a team that had something like this, and here's what they did, and kind of just help teams along to get past those points where they might get stuck.
Now, you were talking about patterns. I'm going to pick on you. What mistakes are they making that you made?
That they're making the same mistakes that we made? Definitely the biggest one, and I gave actually a little talk at LeanStartupMachine Toronto about this, is letting go of ideas. A lot of entrepreneurs coming in, they've got this really great idea that's going to change the world, but LeanStartupMachine is like this really compressed experiment, and if you can't reach the people you're trying to reach that weekend, you got to let it go and you got to move on to something else. And the teams that let go the most and learn the most from their customers that they're speaking with are the teams that usually do best.
And what kind of teams are you seeing?
We're seeing a lot of really good teams. There's a lot of teams that gel really fast, and teams that have a really collaborative nature also seem to do really well. Some teams, like a lot of businesses, they want to have that CEO at the top that makes every call and every decision. Doesn't really work so well in a lean startup machine environment because you've got a team full of people, and when you really get everybody collaborating together, you move just that much faster through everything. And those teams really tend to just gel, they pick up, they move along right away, and everybody's just on the same page and they go, and it's awesome.
And what do you think is the best way that you're helping some of these startups as a mentor?
The key advice I usually give people is really to follow your fear. So I ran a separate event called Follow Your Fear Day, which was all about people doing something they've always wanted to do but were afraid to do. And so for every team, it's like if you feel uncomfortable talking to customers, or if you feel awkward asking them for money, that's what you're going to have to do, right? And that's the first thing you're going to have to do here, is to find out if your idea is any good, you're going to have customers that are willing to pay for it. If you're scared to ask them, you'll never know if they actually think your idea is truly good. They might say, yeah, that's a great idea, but then you're like, well, give me $5 for it. Now they're like, well, maybe later I'll give it to you. It's like, oh, maybe this idea isn't as good as I thought, right? But people get really scared about that and they don't want to do that thing. So find that thing that's really uncomfortable for you guys to do and go out and do that thing.
Well, how do you shake that fear, though? It's easier said than done.
It's really just putting yourself consistently outside of your comfort zone. So just a little bit at a time, and the more you do it, you get more comfortable with it, right? So if you are uncomfortable talking to customers, just go out and talk to as many as you can. And don't even worry about what they say. Don't even worry, just do it as often as you can. Eventually you'll get used to it. Customers will reject your ideas, but you'll get used to it, and you'll be like, okay, so that's just not the people we're looking for. Then you'll start to find the people you're looking for. But if you're really scared, you might ask only one or two, and then you'll be like, well, I didn't really get enough data to make a decision on because I'm really scared of it. But if you just keep doing it, you'll find more and more scary things to try, more and more radical ideas to throw out there, and you'll be surprised about what really resonates with the customers you're speaking with.
Well, this is really valuable advice. Thank you so much for talking with us, and we'll see you again real soon, we hope. Thanks, Todd.
Thanks for speaking with me. Thanks.